my channel, or if you are new, welcome. My name is Mary. I obviously have a little buddy with me. Say hello, Santana. Lord knows how long he will stay on my shoulder for, but for right now, he is there. Santana is my 1.5-year-old bearded dragon. He is a Hypo Zero, a leatherback. For those of you guys that don't know, we hope you all are doing well out there. I recently asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted to see more when it came to my reptiles, and you guys said you wanted to see more of Santana. And I don't blame you. He is the best little guy in the world, but you're not going in my hood. He has been doing really great. I recently just booked an appointment for him to go see the vet. Nothing is wrong with him. I'm just wanting to get him a year checkup. Since I've had him, I just want to have somebody professional go over and look at him and his general health. I do that for Capitan. He gets a year checkup often, so I love this guy, so I just think he deserves, you know, all the best care possible. He's gonna go in the back of my hoodie. Is that where you wanna go? Okay, we gotta get out. Okay, let me get you off. Get off my back. Okay, I'm just gonna let him chill there and whatever, you could do whatever you want to do. Today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 things that I think Santana cannot live without. I do want to say a disclaimer, like I say in all my videos, I am just a girl with her pets learning along the way. I'm not a professional bearded dragon expert or anything. Just going through experiences and have learned so much from last year to now about this guy. So maybe you guys could take something up from this video, or maybe learn something that your bearded dragon might like. I hope. Just want to go through the motions of my experience. Like I said, I did do a video like 2 years ago on his setup and his tank and the day I brought him home, and a lot has changed since then. So I thought we should do 10 things that Santana can't live without. He's very domesticated bearded dragon, so not everybody is going to agree with some of the things that I'm going to say in this video, but these are just the things he really likes. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's jump right into it. I'm going to take him off my back because it just feels really awkward, and I feel like I'm like a hunchback right now. Come on, buddy. Oh! You want to just lay on my lap? How about you just lay on my lap? Ah, gosh, so hectic. You want to say hi? Say hi. He is getting so big. And I do want to say that these are in no particular order. And these are just things that I've learned along the way that he really enjoys. Starting off with the first thing. So when I got Santana, I bought originally a 40-gallon Zoo Med breeder for him, and he grew and he looked so big in that 40-gallon. The more research I did, I realized that I could get him a way bigger tank with way more room to explore and enjoy. Yeah, that 40-gallon just was not fair for such a big dragon like him. So if you guys see behind me, he upgraded to this humongous mansion of a tank. It is a 4x2x2. It's all glass, which I really like, but they do have some other like amazing ones. I know everybody seem to be upgrading their bearded dragon these days, which is amazing. I know like textbook they say 40-gallon is standard for a bearded dragon. I just think that is way too small, and he does use every inch of his tank. He will hop to this cool side, run around, use his branches, go on his hot side. So upgrading his tank was definitely the best thing I ever did for this guy. I really do like the Zen Habitat tanks just because you can stack them. I'm not sure how long they will last like throughout the years with the wear and tear. That's why I got the glass, but so far I've heard everybody really like those ones. So if you're gonna get a bearded dragon, I really suggest you get that big size of a tank. And it takes up a lot of room in your house. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but it is. This is a big tank. and it's heavy, but it is completely worth it for this guy because he 100% uses every square inch of this tank. This is just a custom tank. It's not like a brand that I could tell you or a website you can go buy it off of. If you're in Southern California, Triple L sells these custom glass tanks. So I suggest if you're in a 40-gallon for your bearded dragon to upgrade them a little bit because they will use every square inch. All right, so the second thing I want to get into that was extremely important for Santana that I've seen him completely just change is his lighting. So I used to have him in the Zoom Ed like 2 double bulb standard. I'll just pop a picture of what I'm talking about, where you have like the ringlet lights and a heater all in one. And I set that up for him as a first bearded dragon mom, thinking that the coral lights were going to be the best for him, and it wasn't. So I did switch him out to, you can't really see it, but he has a UVB strip, a full range UVB strip now. So it goes from both ends of the tank, and then he has his heat lamp right here. I forget the wattage. I have it just written down of what exactly I'm using for him. I just recently bought these, so these are fresh ones. The things about these lights also, I have to change them out every 6 months because they do die out and are not as strong as when you first put them in there. So they do always need to get switched out, but ever since I switched up his lighting, my boy has been thriving a lot better too. So lighting is definitely, you definitely have to have lighting for these bearded dragons. They can't go without the heat. They definitely need that heat. They rely on you, and they definitely need that UVB so they don't have any bone disease disorders or all that bad stuff. So get them some good lights. It's just part of the whole deal. The third thing that Santana absolutely loves in his life is his fresh green salads. I am lucky enough to have a garden, so I did grow some arugula, some lettuce plants, and some different things in there that I would be able to give him. And now it's winter, so I don't have that anymore, but I mean, he has to have that fresh salad. I'll switch it up. I'll add some different herbs sometimes. Cilantro he loves, blueberries, all that. Fresh green salad daily is definitely a necessity for these guys. They need it. Santana lives for his salads. He always has loved his salads. I know some people do have some problems sometimes with their bearded dragons to eat their salads. I have added bee pollen just to spoil him, and he loves that, but that will make a bearded dragon really go for their salad a little bit more. Also, just like putting in some bugs in their salad to make it move will help them eat their greens. But yeah, a salad daily is necessary for these guys. So the fourth thing that is really important that Santana needs, I don't know if he necessarily likes it, but he needs it in his life to live and be healthy, is his vitamin. This is a calcium mineral supplement, and it has D3 in it as well. And I will sprinkle this on his salad 3 times a week. This will just keep him healthy and eliminate him from having any bone issues that bearded dragons do get if they don't get any of their vitamins. I pretty much give this to all my reptiles, my leopard geckos, my chameleon. Everybody gets their vitamins. They need it. It's very important. Like I said before, Santana is pretty darn domesticated. And no, they don't have this in the wild, but he really enjoys his darn hammock right there. He's had that hammock ever since he was just a little beardy dragon. It was in his first tank, and that's where he used to bask at. Santana. Why are you so cute? He still will hop on there to this day and use it. A good friend of mine got me that before I got him. I think he got that like at Petco, but you can pretty much find that anywhere. He hasn't torn it up or anything, and I know in the wild, you know, they don't use that, but this guy loves to chill out on his hammock. And I feel like it's just an extra little thing to add some height for him to hop on. So yeah, we love that little hammock. Also, he loves, loves, loves that big rock hide right here. And there's lots of bask on there. And also, if he wants to hide or he is getting sleepy, he can go down in the bottom, and it's really actually big down there, big enough for him to fit and curl up and feel cozy. I got that at PetSmart for about 30 bucks. That is his all-time favorite. I do see a lot of bearded dragon owners have that. Yeah, that was like probably the best purchase I did get for him because he absolutely loves that now. That's his basking area if he's not using all these other branches I have up here for him as well. Beardies love branches. He likes to like dangle his feet and act like a little dead bearded dragon sometimes. So branches, that rock, his hammock. I also have this little ledge that he likes to hop on so he can stalk me from his window to my bedroom. So we love those little ledges, hammocks. He absolutely loves them. We're on the 6th thing now. And I know this might sound a little bit ridiculous, but a good grooming kit for a bearded dragon. I'm sure like what consists in your grooming kit. So I do trim his nails on my own. They get way too sharp and scratch the crap out of me. So I use little baby clippers that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I just trimmed them so you can't really see it. They'll just be an extra little bit more white length and like a little bit more of a claw. You just snip that little part off, but you gotta be really careful. He's obviously really good with me touching his hands. He doesn't wiggle around because I've been doing that with him ever since he was a small dragon. So I do have clippers, little nail clippers, and then the second thing I have for him is like a human-sized toothbrush. That's because when I take him baths and he gets some little poop like right here, it drives me insane. Just getting that little brush and scrubbing it off. I just have his little go-to soft toothbrush. That way he always stays clean. So Hannah, this is like that awkward position again. Okay, bye. You can go explore if you want. Let's move on to the 7th thing, and I kind of talked about it in the beginning, and that is to have an exotic vet. I know that might sound a little bit dramatic, but like to have a vet that you trust. Something might happen and you don't know who or where to go to and who to trust. So kind of having somebody ready kind of know that knows bearded dragons. Like I am going to a Pacific exotic vet just for like reptiles. So I kind of hope that this person knows about bearded dragons. I mean, not like anything's wrong with them. Santana's just gonna get a checkup, a year checkup, just to make sure his general health is okay. But I also just kind of want to meet this vet, just God forbid anything crazy emergency happen. I kind of know somebody, trust somebody. So having a good go-to vet is always a good thing to have as well, I personally think. Also, I have my Rottweiler on dog insurance, and that is nationwide. And I recently just found out that Nationwide also takes in reptiles as well for 10 bucks to add it onto your insurance. So he is on there as well, so I'm sure that will cover anything if anything happens, even though he's pretty good. But yeah, I think having a good vet that you are comfortable with is always important if you are extremely worried pet mom like I am. Okay, so the 8th thing I think is pretty darn important is to have, you know, some time. Well, obviously you need time for them to show them some love and affection, and give him time to free roam like how he is right now. He's having a blast. He free roams this room, and I'm sure you guys all like let your dragons free roam, but I got really weirded out because one day I saw a bearded dragon swallow a dime because it was shiny. So I just think it's important to let your bearded dragon free roam, but make sure it's bearded dragon safe. Like make sure there's not little small things that they could eat and digest that could kill them. I mean, God forbid. I saw it on a Animal Planet show of a bearded dragon swallowing a dime, and the owner caught it. Like he saw him actually do it, but if he didn't see it, his bearded dragon would have died. So I think it is good to have free roam spots, but like make sure it's bearded dragon proof so they don't get into anything or eat anything they're not supposed to. I don't know about you guys, but Santana's pretty nosy. He likes to eat crap he's not, or like he licks a bunch of crap. He hasn't really ate anything that he's not supposed to. He's pretty smart, but you never know. One day he might get tempted and eat something he's not supposed to. But I keep my reptile room floor pretty darn clean. I always look under the racks because that's sometimes where he likes to hide, and make sure there's no pennies, or sometimes I have nails because I hang pictures One time I found a nail pretty close to where he was hanging out, and he was checking it out. Grabbed that real quick. So I think it's important to let them free run, but make sure there's nothing they can get. You guys, so I am on to the 9th thing. We got 2 more things. We're wrapping it up to the very end. Not everybody's gonna agree with this one as well, but I have had a harness for him the day I brought him home. Just because I'm paranoid, and he runs really fast, especially when we're outside. He gets spooked. And one time I did not have a harness on him. He booked it. Luckily, he booked it just to the back of our bar. But I almost lost him one day. And so I do have this bright green harness that I do put on him. And like I said, I've been putting on him ever since he was a baby bearded dragon, so he's super used to it. He loves to go outside and bask and hang out and run around and check things out, but it's just a good, like, comforting feeling for me to have him on this harness that has a really long leash and it has a bell on it. He still could do his thing, but just with the security of me holding on to him, just because that one day I saw how fast these guys can run. And if you're like me, I live like with a bunch of bushy stuff and fences. He would be long gone if I lost him. I think it is extremely important to put a harness on your bearded dragon if they're not a spaz. Like, some bearded dragons are chill and they can just chill on their owner's shoulder and not freak out, but not this guy. So if you have a baby bearded dragon and you're paranoid like me and you want to start training him with the harness, you should do it right in the beginning, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, some bearded dragons just don't like the feeling of those harnesses when they're older, or sometimes just don't like it in general. I know they don't have them in the wild, and some people absolutely don't like them, but honestly, it's just for his safety at the end of the day, because I do not want to lose him and I want him to enjoy the outside as well. So I think a good harness is always important. The last thing that I feel Santana really enjoys in his life, and he obviously needs it, is his weekly baths, soaks, whatever you want to call them. He does get a soak once a week. That is to keep him hydrated, give him a little clean down, give him some TLC. I usually do like lukewarm water and obviously make that reptile safe. He soaks in it, he gets his drinks, his water. Sometimes he goes to the bathroom in it, relieves himself, but he really does enjoy his baths. I know some bearded dragons don't. He's just kind of a weird one. He's very domesticated, like I said. But he needs his baths very much every week, and he very much enjoys them, right, buddy? But obviously, the last thing I wanted to add that is only obvious, but you need some time for these guys. They actually, I know some people will argue that reptiles don't really like affection and don't like to be coming out and whatever, but that's some people. To me, I believe that Santana really does enjoy coming out and hanging out with me. I mean, if he's not in the mood, I'll put him back in if he gets his little beard all fluffed up, which he rarely does. I don't overdo it, you know, he stays out when he wants, he explores when he wants. And I think it's important to have time for these guys. I mean, not as much time as you would a dog, but you know, they do enjoy, I believe that they enjoy, you know, some love from their owners, and he definitely knows who I am and who my husband is and the family. So I think it's also really important to have some time for these guys because they're awesome. They're definitely like a mini dog, I always say. I think you always need some time and affection and love for these guys. Wow! You slid down my back. Oh my God. Santana, you want to go back in your enclosure? No, there's probably a bunch of other things I am missing, so you can go ahead and talk about them down below. But I just wanted to give you guys what I think Santana really enjoys in his life. I love this guy so much. He has a lot of work. That's why I only have one and plan on only having one. Just because he needs a lot of time, affection, money, growing you darn vegetables. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing Santana. Maybe learn something, maybe get something that I have in my tank that your bearded dragon might want. That is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my boy Santana and maybe learn something along the way, or maybe just enjoyed watching us talk. Like I said before, I probably missed out on some other things that a bearded dragon absolutely needs in their life. So you can go ahead and comment down below what I missed, because I know I missed something. If you are new to my channel, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button, because I do try to post once a week on my reptiles and as well as my dog. So yeah, hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, or comment below, give it a thumbs up if I missed something. Follow us on Instagram, because that is where I post all about these babies. But yeah, like always, we hope you guys take it easy, and till the next time, bye.